Assalamu alaikum, this is Maria Zulfikar welcoming you all to the English news from BTV Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Foreign investors visit Naranganj Special Economic Zone with Swedish company Nilorn signing agreement to invest in it. Expatriates to be given opportunity to vote on experimental basis in limited scale in 13th National Parliament elections, says Chief Election Commissioner. Bangladesh looking positively at imposition of additional duty by United States, says Finance Advisor Dr. Saliuddin Ahmed. Chhatrodol Central Unit organizes rally in Dhaka University condemning Israel's ongoing aggression and mass killings in Palestine. Israeli troops clear entire residential districts in Gaza to open kill zone around the enclave. And Arsenal to face off Real Madrid in first leg of quarter-final in UEFA Champions League football. Viewers, those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. Swedish company Nilorn Bangladesh has signed an agreement to invest in the Naranganj Special Economic Zone. Nilorn took a 10,000 square meter plot in the Special Economic Zone. On the second day of the Bangladesh Investment Summit, foreign investors visited this economic zone. A total of 36 investors visited the Special Economic Zone known as the Japanese Economic Zone in Arai Hazar of Naranganj. Among them, there were 10 investors from China, 3 from Japan, 3 from Saudi Arabia, 3 from the United Arab Emirates, 8 from the United States, 1 from India, and 8 Bangladeshi expatriate businessmen. They had a look at the ongoing factories and discussed investment opportunities. Officials from Singer Bangladesh, a company already in production here, said that there are excellent investment opportunities in this economic zone. 8 companies have already invested more than $200 million in the Naranganj Special Economic Zone. Discussions are underway with 23 other companies about potential investment here. The government is optimistic that more investment will come through this investment summit as it has taken initiatives to simplify the investment process. Chief Advisor's Deputy Press Secretary Mojumdar said that this economic zone will be a milestone for foreign investments. The government is assuring foreign investors of continuity in policies and regulations to ensure their economic protection, he added. Chief Election Commissioner A.M.M. Nasiruddin has said that expatriates will be given the opportunity to vote on a limited-scale experimental basis in the upcoming 13th National Parliament elections. The Election Commission is consulting with the technical experts on the matter. He said this today at a workshop at the Election Training Institute in the capital's Agargaon aimed at deciding the voting method for expatriate Bangladeshis. A.M.M. Nasiruddin said the Election Commission is working on postal voting, online voting and proxy voting. He reiterated that the Reaction Commission is committed to ensuring that expatriate Bangladeshis can vote in the next election. Regardless of the method chosen, the process will start with a pilot phase on a limited scale and later expand to a larger scale. Representatives from various universities, UNDP and other organizations, election commissioners and EC officials attended the workshop. Earlier, Election Commissioner Abul Fazal Muhammad Sanaullah said that our election commission is prioritizing proxy voting for expatriates. Proxy voting allows a designated person to cast a ballot on behalf of another expatriates will be able to cast their votes through this system. Finance advisor Dr. Saluddin Ahmed has said that Bangladesh is looking positively at the imposition of additional duty by the United States. He said this after a meeting of the Advisory Council Committee on Government Purchase at the Secretariat on Thursday, stating that both sides will benefit from the imposition of additional tariffs by the United States. The financial advisor said, "We have responded to the decision of the United States. Now competition is increasing due to the purchase of various commodities, including rice and pulses, through open tenders, and this creates opportunities to buy these products at affordable prices," he said. BNP Standing Committee member Salahuddin Ahmed has called on global Muslim leaders to take a strong stand against Israel's aggression and genocide in Palestine. He made this statement today at a protest rally organized by the Central Unit of Chhatrodol at the Raju Memorial Sculpture of Dhaka University. The rally was held to condemn Israel's ongoing aggression and mass killings in Palestine. The event was presided over by Chhatrodol Central President Rakibul Islam Rakib and featured speeches from Central General Secretary Nasiruddin Nasir, BNP Student Affairs Secretary Rakibul Islam Bokul, and Dhaka University Chhatrodol President Ganesh Chandra Saha, among other leaders. Salahuddin Ahmed also accused the current fascist Awami League government of being anti-Islamic and hostile towards Islamic scholars, claiming that over the past 1.5 decades, the government has repeatedly shown indirect recognition of Israel. Bangladesh Navy ship BNS Somudro Obhijan, carrying 120 tons of relief materials including food, water, medication, clothing and shelter, has departed from the Chattogram port to the earthquake-stricken Myanmar today. Captain Muhammad Arif Hussain is leading the armed forces team, which is expected to reach Yangon port in Myanmar on April 11. The relief goods will be handed over to the Myanmar government there. Before departing from the Chattogram port, Navy Chief Admiral Ibn Nazmul Hassan visited the site and provided necessary guidance to the team. Directed by Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus, the Armed Forces Division has been sending the humanitarian aids to Myanmar with support from the Ministry of Disaster Management and Relief, Armed Forces, Army Welfare Organization and Red Crescent. The Bangladesh government earlier sent 31.5 tons of relief materials and rescue and medical assistance teams in 2 phases. On March 28, a 7.7 magnitude earthquake hit Myanmar, leaving thousands killed and scores injured. Now, international news. Israeli troops flattened farmland and cleared entire residential districts in Gaza to open a kill zone around the enclave, according to a report on Monday that quoted that soldiers testifying about the harsh methods used in the operation. The report from the Israeli rights group Breaking the Silence cited soldiers who served in Gaza during the creation of the buffer zone, which was extended to between 800 to 1500 meters inside the enclave by December 2024 and which has since been expanded further by Israeli troops. Israel says the buffer zone encircling Gaza is needed to prevent a repeat of the October 7, 2023 attack by thousands of Hamas-led fighters and gunmen who poured across the previous 300-meter deep buffer zone to assault a string of Israeli communities around the Gaza Strip. The attack, which killed 1,200 people and saw 251 taken hostage, was one of the worst security disasters times in Israel's history. The borderline is a kill zone, a lower area, a lowland. The report quotes a captain in the armed corps as saying, "We have a commanding view of it, and they do too." The Israeli military did not immediately respond to a request for comment on the report. Meanwhile, another report said at least 50 Palestinians killed by Israeli soldiers during 24 hours on Monday. A global trade war touched by U.S. President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs escalated further on Monday as Trump threatened to increase duties on China, and the European Union proposed counter tariffs of its own. Financial markets across the globe posted a third day of losses as investors worried that steep trade barriers around the world's largest consumer market could lead to a recession. Trump's advisor said he would be willing to negotiate with countries that are scrambling to head off tariffs as high as 50% due to take effect on Wednesday. But the president himself ruled out discussions with Beijing as he ratcheted up a confrontation with the world's #2 economy. Trump said he would impose an additional 50% duty on U.S. imports from China on Wednesday if it did not withdraw the 34% tariffs it had imposed on U.S. products. Last week, those Chinese tariffs had come in response to 34% reciprocal duties announced by Trump. All talks with China concerning the requested meetings with U.S. will be terminated, he wrote on social media. The European Commission, meanwhile, proposed counter tariffs of 25% on a range of U.S. goods, including soybeans, nuts, and sausages, though other potential items like bourbon whiskey were left off the list, according to a document seen by Reuters. Officials said they stood ready to negotiate a 0-for-0 deal with Trump's administration.